Итак, всем привет, кто смотрит повторе, с вами снова я, Мактуб. Да проходим интереснейшую игру под названием «Столпы Земли», созданную на основе 3 книг, получается. Ну и в общем ждем хэппи-энда. Я думаю, тут другого и не будет. Пробираемся сквозь метель вместе с Альеной. Так же ее зовут, я уже забыл даже.
I am sorry for intruding, but I must ask you for shelter. I was on my way from the Fleece Fair in Winchester to Kingsbridge and got caught in the storm.
Nasty, isn't it?
Yes. And it's getting worse and worse. Thank you for your
Какие-то они не очень
hospitality.
доброжелательные.
Someone help me!
И всем все равно, кто кричит-то?
I need help!
Мясо.
Doesn't anyone want to go and see what that was?
Hurt!
Don't you hear it?
Своя рубашка ближе к телу. Как я люблю говорить.
Didn't you hear that?
Вообще всем все равно.
Excuse me, haven't you heard it too?
Out here! I'm out here!
Пойдем, мы поможем, что ли? Что-то не понял, где она тогда? Откуда кричит-то?
Hello? Oh dear, are you hurt?
My horse! It fell! I can't move!
Take my hand. We'll get you inside.
А всем все равно.
We'll only be here until it's safe to leave. We won't bother you.
Вообще им по барабану.
I'm Aliena. What's your name?
Elizabeth.
Breathe, Elizabeth. You're safe now.
Mm-hmm.
Shake up a bit.
Should have let her die. We would all be better off without someone like her.
Не понял, это что за предъявы?
I hope the storm spares your homes and fields.
If only we had that much left,
We still have our lives.
and our dignity.
You still have yours.
Крестьяне возомнили себя, я не понял.
Don't like this.
We don't have much, but always enough for a lost soul.
She doesn't deserve anything.
Take a bowl and go ahead. Hold your horses. We'll see what happens.
I can't carry it in my bare hands.
А чего вам не нравится-то? Что с этой девочкой не так?
You should get out of this place as soon as you can.
Be assured, I will leave as soon as the storm ceases. She's avoiding eye contact.
Shush. Let her eat.
Thank you.
Денег кинем.
What's she doing now?
I don't know. I think she's freezing. Maybe we should be kinder to her.
No, they don't deserve her kindness.
Would you accept this for a bowl of soup?
Oh, I didn't make it.
I did, but it doesn't matter. Just take the rotten soup. We can't use another starved body in this hut.
Just try to ignore it. I am.
Here, for your hospitality.
There's a storm outside. You can stay.
That's very kind of you.
Че нос воротит от денег? Как хочешь.
Eat this. You must be hungry.
Thank you. That's nice of you.
Why are you giving her soup? Dirt. That's what she deserves for dinner.
What? Do you want her to starve?
Please, don't start a fight.
В чем ваша проблема, я не понял. Чем ее согреть? Одеяло. Пахнет
Hey, what are you
лошадьми.
gonna do with that?
I'm just going to borrow it.
Let's try to get along until the storm passes.
Ну и что у нас? Кинжал есть?
Thank you.
Hey, that's our blanket.
Can't you see she's freezing?
It's all right. It's just a blanket.
В чем ваша проблема, люди?
Oh, you're so kind. Many people would have let me die. People don't listen to me. My entourage didn't even notice they lost me.
Who?
My husband and his entourage.
A fine husband you have. I divorced my last one for less than that.
Divorced? Oh, he's just been beside himself ever since his mother.
Я понял, чья это жена.
Maybe now you'll understand what loss feels like. And what you people are doing to us.
Хамлея. Уильяма Хамлея жена.
Stop bullying her. Can't you see she's upset? How do they know you? This isn't right.
Oh, I'm used to it. I guess that's how it is when your husband holds an office like that. He has to do a lot of things people don't like. And sometimes they recognize me, too.
Wait.
Неужели до нее дошло? Я, например, понял
Is your
сразу.
husband
Ну, не
the
сразу.
Earl of Shiring?
I thought you knew.
William Hamley.
Oh, Please don't abandon me too. I swear, I'm not. I can't.
I used to know him when I was a girl.
Really?
Why did you marry him?
My parents arranged it. And it was an honor to be picked.
What's he like now?
I loathe him with all my heart.
Я не люблю его всем сердцем.
How do you know him?
Сказать как есть.
He wanted to marry me when I was your age. Apparently he likes young girls, no matter how old he gets.
You too were supposed to marry him. How come you didn't?
He was a beast. So I refused.
You refused him?
It caused a lot of misery.
You're so courageous. I wish I was like you. I can't even stand up to the servants.
Don't act like you didn't have a hand in the downfall of this land. For years he roamed across the country to raid, rape and
А куда король смотрит? Я не могу понять. Королева, кто?
He's no earl.
Как можно грабить?
After all he's taken from us, we should take something from him too.
She has nothing to do with this. Don't you dare touch her. Can't you see she's another one of his victims?
Oh, give over. She's in on it too.
Can you even imagine how it must be to be a child married to Hamley? The abuse and the humiliation every single day. I'm so sorry.
I'm crying because you know too.
Enough to know your pain.
I just don't know what to do anymore.
Tom, where the hell am I supposed to tether this horse?
О,
It's Walter. He's looking for me.
ой,
Come
зачем?
with me to Kingsbridge. People will take care of you there.
Это ж только больше проблем будет.
That should do it.
Walter,
You? I've not seen you in a long time. William would be very pleased if I brought him your head.
No! Don't harm her. If it wasn't for her, I'd be dead. She saved me from the storm.
Did she now? Come on, we have to get back to the castle. We've lost too much time already.
Elizabeth stays with me.
Будем строить из себя героя, героиню.
Thank you for saving me and protecting me from these people.
Come on now, we need to get going. William is waiting.
Супруга Уильяма. Отказ Альена надолго отбил у Уильяма охоту жениться, но однажды его мать выступила с предложением, указав на юную девушку, дочь Харальда из Веймота, богатого рыцаря и сторонника Стефана. 14-летнюю девочку зовут Элизабет. Поначалу Уильям считал, что из нее не выйдет невеста для него, но поскольку он не хотел прилагать никаких усилий к тому, чтобы найти себе более подходящую жену, он принял это предложение матери. Епископ Уиллерен обвенчал их в часовне Эркасла на большой пир по случаю бракосочетания. Были приглашены все более или менее важные персоны. Элизабет – нежная девушка, которая польщена честью быть выбранной в качестве графской жены, но вскоре выясняет, что Уильям презирает ее за стремление ему угодить. Потому что он больной. Как промолчали? Фигня какая-то. Мы же не промолчали.
Dear Francis, the letters I have written to you over the years surely could be bound into a book. But only you know what my words in those letters amount to. It is different with the book I have written. It has found its way into priories throughout England and beyond. Because of my book, I may have to talk to Bishop Henry. But that is not the only thing that keeps me awake tonight. Behind a wall in our crypt, Jack discovered a hidden room. We do not know who built it, but it is likely that Prior James hid there, even after he was said to have drowned. That means he was alive when we met in Kingsbridge on New Year's Day, the day of his burial. And Jack told me he saw a man in the church the night it burned down. Was that him? And if so, did he burn in the fire that night? The dust storm and the drought are taking their toll on all of us. Thanks to our town wall, we are safe from the Earl and the outlaws. We've heard of places nearby being raided. We believe the attackers were William Hamley's men. We have enough food to last us another few weeks. But life has come to a halt. Martha believes there will be rain soon. But the storm is only a harbinger of rain. I hope that she is right. Jonathan worries about my book, The Divine Soul. In Winchester, he heard that Bishop Henry was less than pleased by what I had written. I am not naive enough to pretend I do not know why. I wrote that hope is godly, and since God made each of us, hope and salvation are only to be found within ourselves. Henry sells hope, and I am giving it away for free. If the church should ask me to clarify my position, of course I shall do so. But I feel I must give our people what they need in these desperate times. And how could I write anything else if this is what I truly believe? It must be well after midnight. With you, I can be honest about what
Как же
truly
ты письма
troubles me.
отправляешь?
Jack told me that he was responsible for the fire in Kingsbridge. I know that it was a long time ago. He told me it was an accident, and I don't think Tom knew either.
My God. Save yourselves! The saint! We must save the saint!
Я думаю, какой Милли, он же умер.
The roof is in flames! My God! Don't go in there! Adolphus! The saint! We must save him! No! No! Don't go!
And as horrible as it may sound, I cannot find it in my heart just now to forgive Jack. Maybe because this confession comes too late, and from a man who I have learned to trust. This is the truth.
Ну, поджег он случайно, не специально же.
I should get some air, Francis. The storm has settled down.
Со всеми бывает, особенно с детьми. Что-то не понял. А где звук? Что случилось? Как я выключил? Сам не понял, ладно.
I don't like to indulge in my own writings. Later. I need time to think.
Кстати, я первый раз вижу, что в игре можно было кнопкой выключить звук. Может, я раньше не замечал?
A magnificent cathedral. But I would have been more than content with the old one, had it not been burned to the ground.
Ну да ладно тебе, господи. Ты ж священник.
In that fire, then what happened to his remains? He was never properly buried, and that is Jack's fault.
Ой, прости. Вы слуги Божьи, вы должны прощать.
Hello? I thought I saw someone.
Воруют, что ли?
That came from the kitchen.
Oh, it's you.
You startled me.
I thought I heard something. Was that you?
No, but I heard it too. Maybe Aliena came back.
No. No, she's asleep. She returned a few hours ago. Damn it.
Jack.
Sorry. There's someone in the kitchen.
Yes, I think you're right.
Stay behind me. I'll go ahead.
Дети, что ли?
There's someone in here.
Outlaws.
Outlaws. Внезаконный. Вне закона.
Just after food. I will talk to them. All right.
Что, молитву прочитаешь? И им перестанет кушать хотеться. Нет, это не дети.
We don't mean you harm.
Philip, be careful! Damn it! Philip, throw me a stone.
Это поворот. Что-то ему в лоб. То есть ты сначала ему кинул камень, а теперь говоришь нет?
Brother Marcus.
Brother Marcus?
He took Cuthbert's keys to steal food here from the kitchen. Because of me, Remigius found out. And he left. We never saw him again.
Ну и правильно, нечего воровать.
Came back.
Видимо, это его натура воровская.
You didn't mean for this to happen.
No, but...
What about him?
Don't be afraid. Why did you do that, you animal? I will get the others.
No!
What?
He's just a child.
Ну да, всего лишь ножик тебе
Just a
воткнул.
child.
Воткнул в
Jack
ногу.
forgave the child, just like that. And I forgave him. For that was what he had been when he arrived in Kingsbridge. Just a child. Who was I to judge this man for not confessing earlier what he had done? I had never told his wife, Aliena, that I was responsible for her fate and for her father's. Even that night, when we all met, I did not dare to tell her.
The walls of Kingsbridge weren't enough anymore. The outlaws had found a way in. We weren't safe in our homes.
So this is what it has come to. Kingsbridge is under attack.
Why didn't Uncle Richard chase them away? Why?
Now, do not exaggerate. This is not a siege.
We only saw 2 of them, and one of them was a child.
But they almost killed you.
Винить политику. Успокоим всех.
They were just looking for food. They didn't mean any harm.
It's the drought. It destroyed all the crops. They must eat something.
Desperate or not, they're only the vanguard of a full-scale invasion.
If we had a decent earl, the people wouldn't be starving.
It is all too easy to blame a desperate child. Forgiveness is much harder.
It is.
But forgive we must.
Can you? Forgive, I mean.
I already have.
Hamley is the reason for this. He's to blame. It's that simple.
Well, he won't be Earl for long. The Treaty of Wallingford has been signed at last. It's only a matter of time until things change.
What treaty? Winchester is in turmoil about this right now. Stephen and Maud have signed the treaty. Maud's son, Duke Henry, is to be crowned the next king.
And, by agreement, all lands are to be returned to their previous owners.
But Stephen will continue to rule as long as he lives.
The earldom will be ours again.
It will not.
Why the
Почему?
bloody hell not?
Bloody hell.
Language? No one will enforce this until Stephen is dead.
What is to be done then?
Давайте убьем короля.
We only have to wait till Maud's son sits on the throne, don't we? And then ask him for help.
And if Hamley were to fight the decision, he'd have to face the king's army.
Well, if they're hungry, can't we just give them something to eat? I'll share.
We should, and we will. But there are too many to feed them all.
We must do something.
Well, I cannot sit quietly and wait until Stephen dies of old age. The Treaty of Wallingford is in place. I won't wait for another 17 years. Not when I'm so close to fulfilling the promise I made to my father.
You're right, but it wasn't William Hamley who came here last night. It's the outlaws we need to worry about.
Well, what do we do about it?
A few more months like this, and we'll be where they are now. We should support them, not fight them.
You are right, of course. But how can we help?
We could provide weapons for them to fight Hamley.
To fight him? You mean to pillage and plunder? That'd be more likely.
What about his mother? I've heard that Hamley still listens to her, that she still has a say in Earl's Castle.
Yes, let's tell his mother.
If we spoke to Regan Hamley, we might not need a physical confrontation at all.
That'll never work. We have to assault them and take back our father's castle. Even if that means fighting alongside the outlaws.
I don't like either choice, to be honest.
Neither do I. So, what do you think, Elena?
Ну, Риган Хамлей, она с катушек двинулась. Как с ней договариваться? С разбойниками тоже дело лучше не иметь. А можно какой-нибудь другой вариант? Пожалуйста. Да ладно, с Риган Хамлей. Попробуем поговорить.
I'll negotiate with Regan Hamley. I will go to Earl's Castle. Alone.
Are you serious, Ali?
Regan Hamley seems to be in a tight corner herself. She might well be willing to cooperate.
I do hope you're right.
I'll ride with you.
You won't, Cub. Not with that leg of yours.
Your mother is right. Besides, if we all turn up, they might think we mean them harm.
Что-то быстро глава закончилась. Первая группа разбойников ворвалась в Кибридж. Бывший послушник брат Марк был одним из разбойников. У вас есть шанс вернуть Эрл Касл и исполнить клятву. Ну, значит, финал будет короткий.
And so, after 17 years, I finally returned to the place I'd once called home. Because I had failed to gain support from the people of Shiring, my only hope now was a deal with William Hamley's mother, Regan. A woman whose possible support was only guaranteed by rumor.
Эрл Касл. У графа Ширинга был замок, заслуживший его резиденцией в нескольких милях от рыночного поселения, носящего то же название. Маленькая деревушка, разросшаяся вокруг стен замка, получила название Эрл Касл. В замке располагались жилые помещения для графа и его семьи, а также административный центр графства. Там проживал шериф графства и его люди, а напавших на замок ждали подземелья. Когда замок был жестоко и несправедливо захвачен Уильямом Хамлеем, унаследовавшим впоследствии от Бартломью титул графа Ширинга, прочие функции замка ограничились только указанными, а всех жителей выселили. Некогда оживленный Эрл Касл сейчас стоит пустым, и его в страхе обижают стороной, поскольку он является центром деятельности Уильяма.
Get in line and stay in line. You'll all get your chance to pay your dues to Lord Hamley, you hear?
Жесть.
So no pushing.
Что тут происходит?
Why does Lord Hamley need all that food?
Are you all right?
What do you think? Of course I'm all right. I'm more all right than anyone else in this crowd. Just because Lord Hamley insists on women to deliver the tributes, don't mean you have to send your youngest and prettiest. Fools.
Чё, еще насилует их?
What do you? I just be.
Понял.
Calm yourself. I'll make sure that nothing will happen to you.
They took a woman in my town. She never came back.
Nothing will happen to you if you just remain calm.
Страшно было в то время жить, конечно. Обычным людям.
Patience, patience. Everyone will get a chance to pay their dues to Lord Hamley.
Patience, patience.
I'm just a shepherd's daughter. I have no business here. What do you think you're doing? Get back in line before the sheriff sees you.
Ну что, насилует их?
As if she could ever leave.
How long will this take?
A lot longer if you don't shut your mouth.
I want to go home.
Oi, you there. Yes, I meant you. That's a pretty face you got there. You're coming with me.
What? Leave her. Take me instead.
Well, whatever. You'll walk to the other side of the yard and talk to Walter. He'll get you settled. And don't you dare stray from the path.
They say Lord Hamley might lose shiring soon. What if the next Earl has us all hanged?
Calm down. None of these royals really care about this shithole.
I know those two. They used to fight for father.
What about Bartholomew's children? There's a lot of bad blood there.
Well, the boy used to fight for Stephen, but as far as I know, he ran out of coin. Now he's just a good-for-nothing playing watchman for those monks in Kingsbridge.
And the Lady Aliena?
Don't make me laugh.
I think you underestimate her. Some years back I heard she almost cut up a priest in Winchester, put a knife to his throat and robbed him dry.
Серьезно?
She's a fury.
And you're a sissy.
Сиси.
May I interrupt?
What is it?
How can you fight for someone like William Hamley? My father was nothing like that tyrant.
Oh, dear Lord, it's you.
You always sat in your neat little keep playing hostess to his well-off guests, while the poor snuffed it just as they do now.
Well, at least William treats us as his equals, and not like pawns
Да,
on
да, да,
Nine Men's
да.
Morris.
Was my father really that bad?
Your mother could have answered that question.
He once told me that she was very unhappy when she died.
And you never wondered why?
Почему же?
I'm here to talk to Lady Regan Hamley.
She's in the keep.
But only Lord William and Walter are allowed to go there.
And they'll kill you if they find you there.
So you won't help me?
We've already helped you more than enough by not ratting you out.
My father was a good earl.
Keep on telling yourself that. But that's not our story.
Many knights fighting for him were former outlaws who had nowhere to go anymore. Your
No,
father
ничего.
may have given us food and shelter, but it was no better than what you'd give to livestock.
Don't tell anyone that you saw me.
Можешь идти в
We
лес
won't, if
разбойничать.
you promise to leave now.
Говнюки.
Are you done yet?
Almost. Let me just see if I took enough.
Фу, свиньи. Человека едят. Мерзость.
You need to leave. Don't come any closer. William has me watched.
What's taking so long?
Хью топор.
I forgot the pork. I'll be out shortly. Wait a moment, then follow me. We don't have much time. Hugh will look for me any moment now. So why did you come?
King Stephen has declared a truce with Empress Maud. William's tyranny is over. This land might finally see peace again. That's why I'm here, to talk to his mother.
And what will become of me?
Вы могли бы помогать мне в моем деле?
My brother will become the next Earl, but I'll run things alongside him. At the same
Можешь
time,
стать женой
I don't want to give up my wool
брата.
trade, so you could help me there.
I want to help you. I really do. But I don't know how. I feel so useless.
Can you take me to Lady Hamley?
I wouldn't know how. Hugh Axe is watching me. He would never let you through. Only Walter and I are allowed inside the keep.
Давай это.
Why don't you ask him? Walter.
Walter? William's dog?
Don't call him that. He's not as bad as people say he is. William won't allow me to talk to him anymore. Now Lady Regan is all I have left.
I will talk to Walter then.
Hurry up in there! Or do you want me to come in and pull you out?
I need to go.
Похоже, Элизабет доверяет Уолтеру. Может, я ошибалась на его счет? Фу, свиньи так же мякают. А вот и Уолтер.
Elizabeth claims you aren't such a bad person after all.
Am I not? Have you forgotten that I killed your family's steward?
You got problems over there, Walter?
I need to talk to the Lady Hamley. I want you to take me to her.
You've got guts, I'll give you that. But why should I listen to you?
Нажалась, будем давить.
So, you think I'm a nice bloke? And you think Lady Hamley really cares for someone like you? Don't make me laugh. Hugh!
What?
If you let me go, I promise I will end William Hamley's reign.
I don't believe you. But it's not up to me to judge these things. I'll take you to Lady Hamley. She'll decide.
Неожиданно.
My lady?
Elizabeth, could you get me some water, dear?
Yes, my lady. But first I need you to wake up, my lady. There is someone who wants to see you. It's the Lady Aliena.
The Lady Aliena. When did that bitch become noteworthy again?
I'm certain you've heard about the treaty the king made with Duke Henry at Wallingford Castle.
I have. I have also heard that it's a muddled mess.
It is a complicated deal indeed, but one that will end the war. And one that makes my family the rightful owners of this earldom once more.
Only by word. There's no one who would come to enforce this, not even the king.
Как это? Короля вообще нет власти, что ли?
Don't you see what your son is doing to the land? Soon there won't be an earldom left to rule for anyone.
That's a lie. My William is a better earl than your father ever was. To think that I once wanted to marry my good William into a family like yours. Not a day goes by when I am not glad that God saved us from that horrible fate.
Да.
And that he sent that monk to Bishop Waleran to unveil your father's evil plan.
What monk?
That prior of Kingsbridge. Philip of Gwynedd.
What?
Please, my lady, you need to hear her out.
Oh, my dear Elizabeth, don't you see what she is trying to do to us?
You cannot punish me for denying your son.
My lady, the Lady Aliena came here to make things better.
She has only ever made things worse. She mocked my son for wanting to marry her.
She had every right to deny him.
What? How can you say that? He is your husband. He's good to you.
If it wasn't for Walter, I'm sure William would have killed me already.
И тут он пришел.
What's going on here? What's that bitch doing here?
She's trying to bargain.
She's trying to take everything.
Is she? Is she now?
Leave it.
Shut up, old man.
Эть! У нас кинжал есть. На тебе в пузо. Хо-хо-хо, серьезно. Вот это рыцарь.
No. You brought this on yourself.
Ой, боже.
You bloody traitor!
Нечего было пузо такое наедать.
Someone get up here! Men! You will pay. You will all pay for this.
Вот это поворот. Я даже не ожидал, что именно Алиена убьет его в итоге. Дьявола видит.
Is he dead?
Ой.
He is. William Hamley is dead.
What
Такое
now?
безразличие вообще просто.
Now we tell his men.
Drop your weapons immediately!
Behold the banner of the new Earl of Shiring.
Как-то нелепо, если честно. Каким... Хотя он типа толстый такой, наевший живот, неуклюжий, с мечом.
The castle now belongs to the former Earl's family again.
What? You're shitting us!
It was the king's wish.
Who killed him?
He died because he refused to hand over Earl's Castle peacefully. It's time that he is succeeded by a just and true leader.
Сам виноват.
He knew that the king was about to take the earldom away from him. To avoid punishment, he took his own life. My name is Lady Aliena of Shiring. I'm the daughter of Bartholomew, the former Earl of these lands. I've been tasked to end the tyranny of William Hamley and restore order to Shiring.
Our occupation of Shiring has been made unlawful. Every attack on us is sanctioned by the King of the English.
So what will happen to us then?
I shall tell the king that William Hamley forced you to do his bidding. That every atrocity done to the people of Shiring was his doing and his alone.
Теперь свои грехи будете
You will
восстанавливать.
get your chance for redemption.
Redemption.
By helping the people of Shiring recover from your own cruelty. And by rebuilding their homes and tending to their fields.
Ali, you helped me greatly, but it is still me who is the rightful heir to father's title, not you.
А что такое?
He made us swear the oath. You hesitated. I never forgot that. From now on, you can be my deputy, but in the end, I make the decision.
Ничего себе, я думал, блин, неблагодарный дурак.
You thankless fool.
Let's talk about this later.
Я не думал, что это такие последствия будут, когда перепроходил. Долгосрочные последствия. Я вообще не хотел принимать эту клятву. Король Генрих II посоветовал всех своих баронов и во исполнение Уоллингровского договора постановил, что Ширинг и всякое поселение в нем да будут возвращены тем, кто владел ими до начала правления короля Стефана. Согласно праву наследования этого владения, титул имеет право получить тот, кто является кровным потомком графа. Ширинга Бартоломью. Таким образом, на официальной инаугурационной церемонии графом будет объявлен Ричард из Ширинга. Блин.
Send a messenger to Kingsbridge to let Prior Philip know that Shiring is finally free.
What is it? Why are they laughing?
You can send a messenger if you want, but there won't be much of a prior left when he arrives.
Ali, what's going on?
Чуть быстро голова проходится. Вы проникли без подкрепления, вы поговорили с двумя бывшими рыцарями вашего отца, Элизабет не покинула Эркастл и осталась с вами до конца. Вы приказали людям Уильяма помочь отстроить Ширинг, проигнорировав.
The Pope believes we should either burn him or make him Bishop of Kingsbridge.
I have already taken matters into my own hands. My men arrested him.
Хорошая перспектива. Либо быть сожженным, либо стать
While
епископом.
his friends took Earl's Castle.
Yes.
At least in his death, William Hamley was of use to you.
Конец. Подожди, там же еще одна глава. Как День суда.
Look at all these people. Seems like they're enjoying themselves.
They never change. You drooling dogs should be ashamed.
Shut up, you old hag. Helen?
I'm not feeling well.
I'll take care of you. You two go ahead. Hurry up.
Is your mother ill?
It's not that. This is where they hanged my father.
А чё, Филиппа хотят казнить?
The trial begins. The judges. Brother of Stephen, King of the English. The Right Reverend Bishop Henry of Winchester. Her Highness, the Countess Lady Aliena of Shiring. Presiding over the trial, the Right Reverend Bishop of Shiring
Почему
and
он?
Kingsbridge.
Почему не главный епископ Генри?
By God.
Please.
Calm down.
The church is not without fault. We have gathered here today before the eyes of God to accuse one of our own.
За что? За что его вот?
He wrote in his book that the church and the papacy are not necessary as intercessors between God and man.
Разве неправильно?
That God is in man, that all men are equal, and that each
субтитры
sinner is
залагали.
close to our Lord as the Pope himself. Now we ask God for his judgment, for his is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. Not ours, and not yours. You stand accused of heresy. Philip of Gwynedd, how do you plead?
Сейчас мы толкнем речь.
Answer.
Я не виновен.
Prior, respond to Bishop Waleran.
Я не виновен. В чем нас обвиняют?
I am not guilty.
Your teachings speak another language. Guilty, I say.
I am deeply saddened. It may come as a surprise to you, but we had hoped to make you Bishop of Kingsbridge. Why has it come to this, Philip?
In part, I am to blame. I supported Philip in his early years. I demand that Philip be removed from his position of prior immediately.
No.
And that he remain in captivity until such time that Shiring and all of England have healed from the poisonous words he has dispersed.
No!
What?
Как ты посмела?
Yes? Do you not agree with the church as well, my lady?
Пойти против церкви, против самого
Accusing
Бога.
Philip because he has defied you.
I made him prior, and grateful he was not. But no, I accuse him because his teachings are false. And I intend to prove that Philip's decisions have been more than misguided in the past.
И как же?
Call in Remigius.
The Prior of Shiring, Father Remigius.
My bishop.
Tell the court,
Змея еще
Remigius,
жива.
what you have told me.
For many years, I served as sub-prior of Kingsbridge. First for Prior James, then for the accused.
What was your first impression of him?
I was offended by his bluntness and accusations during the chapter discussions.
What else?
Prior Philip did not hesitate to give refuge to the people fleeing Earl's Castle in the winter that our king died.
Is that not a good deed? A true Christian act?
Нет.
You do not know him as well as you think you do, Lady Aliena. Today, that will change.
Then, on the day of our first Fleece Fair, we were attacked.
I heard. It was terrible.
I tried to soothe the woman's pain by reading the scripture to her.
А, я понял сейчас, за что он зацепится.
Put a spell on her with poisonous herbs.
Да.
Philip intervened.
Yes. He pushed me aside and gave the woman poison.
Ага, поэтому она жива осталась, да? Мы ей дали яд, и она осталась жива. Все правильно.
It was no poison.
And then there was the day the Virgin Mary's statue arrived in Kingsbridge. I did not believe it was a miracle.
Clearly, it is a miracle. I hear of many who were healed in Kingsbridge.
Аминь.
Well, I soon realized it was a true miracle, but Philip did not.
Ничего себе он переобулся.
He was only after the money people donated at the Virgin's shrine. That is why I left.
I believe there is one more thing you have not told us about. Something very important.
Yes.
Ну-ка.
Philip has fathered a child.
Что-то мне кажется, тут слишком много вранья.
And he raised him in the priory.
Что?
Jonathan of Kingsbridge, step forward.
Они чересчур заврались, по-моему.
Preposterous.
Is it?
Is this true? Are you Philip's son?
Нет.
Answer the question, Jonathan of Kingsbridge.
Philip has always been like a father to me. But he's not my father.
How do you know that?
He told me.
And how do you know he spoke the truth?
Speak. Answer the bishop.
Сейчас ответим, я думаю.
Never lie. He told me that I was found in the woods.
In the woods? Is this true, Philip? Or are you lying? Well, you told the story so many times.
My brother found him.
Your brother? The brother whose master you betrayed?
What are you talking about?
Philip tried to involve me in a conspiracy against his brother's master, Earl Robert of Gloucester.
Что?
And his ally, Earl Bartholomew, your father, Lady Aliena. Philip took in all those refugees years ago because he was to blame for their fate, as he was for yours when you lost your father and your earldom.
Как все извернули так?
Lady Aliena is the man you are trying to protect. Well,
I know that he is a troubled man. We've all had to make hard decisions, decisions that seemed right at the time, when indeed they were terrible mistakes. I am thankful that I was forgiven when I made a mistake. Now I forgive him. Let us now return to the problem at hand. There is a man who witnessed how Jonathan was found in the forest. A man who can shed light on who Jonathan's father really is.
And who is that?
My husband.
Step forward. What is your name?
Что, расскажем все как есть?
He is the master builder of Kingsbridge.
Меня зовут Джек Джексон.
Have you lost your courage?
No, I have not. You know well why it would be hard for me to face you. They call me Jack after my father. My name is Jack Jackson.
Yes, we have met before.
How old were you when you allegedly saw Jonathan as a child in the woods?
12. But I know what I saw. Philip told the truth.
You were a child. And what were you doing there, in the woods?
I was living in the forest with my mother.
They were outlaws.
Prior Remigius is the most trustworthy witness we've seen today, and his statement was quite damning to Philip. The distant memories of an outlawed child cannot convince me otherwise.
He fathered a child!
Let him go! He would never do that!
And yet, Lady Aliena is right. We do not know enough to judge him as harshly as you proposed, Bishop Waileran.
You are right, Bishop Henry. As I said, it is not up to us to judge this man. Philip of Gwynedd has pleaded innocent, but how innocent is
Что,
he?
Бог будет судить? Потушит костер, значит...
We ask God for his judgment.
Потушит костер, в котором будет гореть, значит невиновен.
I demand an ordeal by fire.
This is madness!
Philip of Gwynedd will be tried and judged at the stake. If he is innocent, God will save him from the flames. If he is not, then he will burn as the heretic and sinner God has declared him to be.
No!
Такой бред полнейший. Вся эта религия.
Waileran, by God! Not this time.
It's
I saw the child and Francis. I was there. Philip is not the child's father. He is a fool, but he is a good man.
Then, who is the father?
It is me.
Все, просто все вывернули.
They are all in this together. This woman is a witch and an outlaw, living in sin with a thief. He was hanged in Shiring 30 years ago.
He was not a thief. He was a good man. You've murdered him, Waileran, by God.
What is this nonsense?
He was a thief. He stole a golden chalice and melted it down and sold it.
Сейчас они чашу показывают.
Chalice? The chalice of the Eucharist. He stole it from the Cathedral of Kingsbridge.
Sacrilege.
Святотатство.
Yes, Prior James of Kingsbridge caught him red-handed.
А ты что, не с самого начала смотришь? Она ж стала... Она ж убила этого, Уильяма Хамлей. И тут был выбор. Она узнала, что, оказывается, Филипп виноват в том, что ее отца убили. Уильяма Хамлея она убила в пузо. Правда, так нелепо. Тот был с мечом, а она его просто проткнула кинжалом этим. И стала, ну, ее брат, получается, стал графом. А мы потому что я когда перепроходил заново, я засомневался, не стал принимать клятву сразу. И брат такой говорит, ну я же помню, как ты засомневалась в принятии клятвы, поэтому ты будешь моей помощницей, а я буду графом. Но в итоге им сказали, что... А, ну да. Мать Хамлея сказала, что именно Филипп виноват в том, что убили ее отца. Как-то так. А почему ее на суд вызвали? Не знаю. Джек, показать чашу. Настоящее доказательство.
Is that the chalice? You said it was melted down and sold.
Fall not for their lies. That could be any chalice. This does not prove a thing.
Where did you find this chalice?
In a secret chamber. We believe Prior James hid it because he felt guilty for falsely accusing Jack's father.
What proof do you have?
He told me. The night the cathedral burned down, I was there, I saw him.
Prior James died weeks before that.
No, he did not.
Bishop Henry, he speaks the truth.
Order!
Все пошло не по плану.
I will give you until sunset to produce a witness who can prove your accusations against Bishop Waleran.
Вообще это как бы
Just this chalice.
фигня все.
If you fail to do this, I will make sure you are tried for defamation.
Свидетельские показания.
Stay under arrest.
Вот кто на слово верит?
Recommences at sunset.
Даже сейчас свидетельские показания это так. Немного понять картину преступления там или чего-то.
I've seen you draw up plans for a cathedral. Maybe we can do something similar to find our witness.
Откуда знать, что человек не врет? Даже если поклянется там на Библии, там на Конституции.
He looks just like you.
My grandmother said he did.
And Bishop Waleran. What are the connections? Maybe, by exploring them, we can find a witness.
Good idea.
Следствие вели Джек, Джонатан и Алиена. И чё? Отец Джека.
Jack's father. If he was still with us, he could be our witness.
Maybe he still can. If my father had not come to England, none of this would have happened.
Perhaps.
Or maybe it would have happened to someone else.
That's true. Waleran would have hurt others. He's responsible for all this. And we'll prove that.
Bishop Waleran is at the center of all this.
Какая взаимосвязь может быть между приезжим? А, ну я-то знаю, какая связь.
Mother says Waleran was behind my father's death.
And she said he wasn't alone. There were 3 men responsible for your father's death. Bishop Waleran, Percy Hamley, back then he was the Sheriff of Shiring, and Prior James of Kingsbridge.
Тогда теперь нет. Теперь я не знаю.
If they were all there, then they were all witnesses.
And only Waleran's still alive.
Hardly a coincidence. Why would these 3 men work together to falsely accuse your father?
Ну потому что он был на белом корабле, да, на котором плыл будущий король.
Yes. He was the sole survivor.
And then they killed him. But why?
Слишком простая задачка.
My father wanted to go to England. He was the only one who made it when the White Ship sank.
And what about the ship? Why would Whaler and Percy and James be concerned about the white ship?
The son and heir of King Henry was on board. So were other possible heirs and other members of the royal household. I heard that Stephen was supposed to be on the ship as well, but became ill. He was the only male heir. The only threats were the king's daughter Maud and her half-brother Earl Robert, and they've been at war ever since.
And your father, Earl Bartholomew. He was a threat. He tried to stop Stephen and paid for that with his life. Maybe my father saw something on the white ship. Proof that Stephen was involved. If Stephen was responsible for the sinking of the white ship, then he may have wanted the only witness of what really happened to disappear.
But he wouldn't have done it himself, of course.
No.
Допустим.
What about the king?
А как это доказать?
Stephen always claimed that it had been God's will that he was not on that ship. That he remained as the only male heir.
That wasn't God. I bet Stephen had a hand in the sinking of the ship.
Now imagine what would have happened if he had learned that someone survived. Someone who might have seen what really happened that night.
If the white ship is involved, then it's likely that Waleran was told by King Stephen to murder your father.
But he was not king back then. Why would Waleran listen to him?
He was promised to become bishop.
Of course.
Remember, Bishop Henry is Stephen's brother, and back then he was already one of the most influential clerics in all of England.
But if Bishop Henry is in on all this, what chance do we have to turn this trial around?
It is a public trial. All we want is for Philip to go free. We find a witness to expose Waleran.
Каким образом?
Henry would have to play along to appear innocent.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
It's our best shot.
Do you think Stephen would have approached Percy directly?
Because of the white ship? To help him cover up his tracks?
I don't think so. I think it's more likely that Waleran contacted Percy. Just like he did when he wanted Percy to arrest my father.
So, what about Prior James and Waleran?
Waleran was not yet bishop when the hanging took place. He was archdeacon.
Архидиаконом.
But James still had to do what Waleran told him to?
I think that's very likely.
If the king is behind all this, what chance do we have to stop Waleran and save Philip?
We must do our best.
William Hamley's father?
Waleran, Percy, and James might have been working for those who sunk the white ship.
Now, what about Prior James?
The three people who murdered my father might have worked for someone else.
Ну как мы
Someone who
поймем?
had an interest in drowning the king's heirs.
It's possible that King Stephen asked Waleran to kill Jack's father.
Is King Stephen behind all this? Then what about his brother, Bishop Henry?
Вы меня запутали. Что делать-то?
Waleran,
Кого с
Percy,
кем
and James might
связать
have been
надо?
working for those who...
If the king is behind...
We must...
Что-то они уже повторяются.
The king of the English. A ruthless murderer.
Кого с кем связать-то?
Percy Hamley was the sheriff of Shiring. Well, he could have ordered your father to be hanged.
But he was arrested and held in Kingsbridge first. Prior James claimed that my father had committed theft. James was the prior of Kingsbridge.
That's where they say your father stole the chalice, melted it and sold it.
But we know that's not true.
As we found it, Philip recognized the chalice.
But Bishop Henry wants a witness. The chalice isn't enough.
But it's an important lead for us.
James claimed that your father had stolen the chalice and sold it. But instead, James himself hid it in Kingsbridge, in the crypt.
We found his scourge in a bed down there.
Зачем пересказывать то, что мы
That
знаем и
secret
так?
chamber is important.
Потайная келья очень важна.
That you found the chalice in Kingsbridge and that it was hidden away, but it doesn't prove that Wailerin is behind it.
Do you think Wailerin knew about the hidden chamber?
No. If he had known, then he wouldn't have been that surprised when he saw the chalice.
I think we're getting closer.
Да, а я что-то вообще не могу
Why
понять,
was the chalice hidden? And by
к
whom?
чему все это клонит.
You said Prior James was full of regret. He probably couldn't just destroy the chalice. Not even after he used it to frame your father. It was the chalice of the Eucharist, after all. And a token for what he did.
И?
The chalice was kept in that room by James?
Philip said that Prior James was an honest man. So perhaps Wailerin forced him to falsely accuse your father.
Maybe.
Maybe.
That might explain why James was guilt-ridden. The monks still tell the stories about how James thought the devil was after him. Do you think that the king knew about this secret room?
No, I'm sure if Wailerin didn't know, the king didn't know either.
And Wailerin looked genuinely surprised when I mentioned it.
I'm sure Percy knew that your father was falsely accused. But I doubt he was involved in hiding
А
the
кто туда
chalice.
спрятал?
But the monks would have noticed if Percy Hamley had dug a secret chamber in the crypt of Kingsbridge Cathedral.
So someone else hid James.
Ну,
and the
Ремигий.
chalice. Someone who knew his way around the priory.
Говнюк этот Ремигий.
And who
Знал.
could walk around the priory unnoticed.
Это же логично. Нарисуйте Ремигия.
Everyone thought Prior James was dead.
Вот, проваливший
But he
подлец.
broke into the ice.
А рассказал,
Now we
кто
know he
это?
was hidden away.
Ремигий.
Why did his monks believe he was dead?
Sub-Prior Remigius told everyone he had found James' rosary by the river. So everyone thought the body had been washed away. They buried an empty casket.
But how is Remigius involved?
Philip told me that Remigius was there when Wailerin made Philip prior. Wailerin and Remigius knew each other.
That explains why Wailerin later made Remigius prior of Shiring.
And Remigius recognized my mother when we arrived in Kingsbridge. He must have been there at the time my father was arrested. I think Remigius knows all about this.
What?
Is it possible that Wailerin told Remigius to make Prior James disappear when James began to talk about what they'd done?
When James started talking to the devil.
But for some reason, Remigius hid him away. But Wailerin never knew. Yes, that explains why he really didn't believe you. When you said you had seen James in the fire.
Where James died after all. And Remigius thought no one knew.
We have to find Remigius. He's our witness.
Let's hurry. It's getting dark already.
Как вы же
The
заставите
trial will
его?
continue soon.
People know you two. You shouldn't walk around shiring like that.
He's right.
I'll go look for him.
All right. Take care of yourself. And Jonathan.
Yes?
We will talk later about what was said today. About Tom.
All right. Remigius. Now where are you?
О, мы за Джоната будем играть. За мелкого монаха.
No one may approach the pyre.
Why not?
Bishop Henry's orders.
All right. Brothers?
What is it?
Have you seen the Prior of Shiring? Remigius?
We have not. And now step back, brother. We must be done by nightfall.
Do you want to go in, Father?
No, not yet. Thank you.
Are you not with Prior Philip?
Yes, I am.
I pray they'll set him free.
А это все люди за нас, что ли? Ну, за Филиппа. Походу, не все.
Look at yourselves. Who are you to judge a man who has never hurt anyone?
Forgive them, Father.
We don't judge him, but God will.
А вон он бежит, Ремиги. Говнюк.
Have you seen Father Remigius, the Prior of Shiring?
He was here a moment ago.
Where's he now?
What do you want with him? Yeah, what do you want with him?
Oh, forget it. He was here. Remigius? I don't think he's here. Wait, was that him? I think I saw him.
Погоня. Это кто за ним там? Это Тимоти, что ли?
Have you seen a priest walk through here? Father Remigius?
No, sorry, I haven't.
All right.
Hey.
Альфред.
Yes?
You're Jonathan, right?
Yes, I am. And who are you?
Never mind, but there's something you should know. Tom Builder. He left you behind because your mother died. He had no way to feed you. He thought he had no other choice.
How do you know all this?
He went looking for you an hour later, but you were gone. And when he finally found you in Kingsbridge, he was there for you ever since. But he thought he lost the right to be your father.
Just who are you?
Just remember what I said. I pray they won't burn Philip. He's a good man.
Can we go home, Daddy?
Yes.
Это девочка? Я думал, пацан стоит с длинными волосами. С таким-то выражением лица. А Тимоти кто это был? А это этот же.
What happened here?
Damn monks, running across the street like that. Tried not to run them over. Now I got a broken wheel, and my apprentice dropped his torch.
I didn't mean to. Sorry.
Sorry doesn't cut it.
Sorry. Слуга Уоллерна, епископа Уоллерна, помнишь? В первой книге, в первой части или во второй? Когда я Уильяма хотел, говорит, а ты хорошенький. Когда Филипп помешал, я только хотел его загнуть. Помнишь? Такой смазливый. Когда Вильям его хотел наказать. Я же еще удивился его имени. Тимоти.
Hello? The door's open. Is anyone there?
Во. Тимоти. А еще который хотел убить Тома Строителя. И промахнулся.
Very. Displeased. No!
Я думал, Тимати тоже
What are you
монах, нет?
doing? I'm doing what is asked of me. Stop it! No! Stay away!
Да ломай ты стенку, что ты смотришь?
Concern you! No! Who told you to do this? No one.
Вот такие глупые смерти. Сомневаюсь, что он выжил.
Why did he do this to you?
I will tell you. I will tell everyone.
Сейчас он расскажет все.
Father Remigius, Prior of Shiring.
Where is Timothy? What they told you is true. Bishop Waleran wanted the jongleur Jacques Cherbourg dead. He ordered our Prior James to frame him. And so he did.
This is a lie!
Is it? James lost his mind because of what he did for you. He was about to tell everyone the truth. And then you ordered me to kill him.
Nonsense!
Let him speak.
I couldn't do it. I hit him, but he died in the fire. Jack saw him. It was him. I found the bones after the fire, and I buried them.
You should put an end to this, Henry. You really should.
Why would I?
Что такое?
You should stop this for your own sake. You knew about all this.
Ага, теперь они друг друга будут обвинять.
Lived or died.
Your brother cared. The jongleur survived the sinking of the white ship.
Все, началось.
He saw how your brother's men killed the king's family so that he could take the throne.
This is preposterous.
Bishop Henry and King Stephen ordered us to kill the man.
Один другого
You want the
обвиняет.
truth? That's the truth. Right there.
It is not. Waleran is a liar.
Regan Hamley.
Who is she?
I have waited long enough for this day. It is time I raise my voice. The woman, Ellen, she spoke the truth. 3 men were responsible for the death of the jongleur. James, the Prior of Kingsbridge. The Sheriff, my husband, Percy Hamley. But it was Waleran who was behind it. And only Waleran.
No!
He had heard rumors about the White Ship, about our king.
А зачем,
He
блин?
had hoped to win the king's favor by hanging an innocent man.
But it was not just me. They all knew.
Take him away.
This is for taking my husband's life.
It was Waleran.
Oh, we did it. It's over. Yes, it's over.
Thank you, Lady Hamley.
This monk must learn his lesson.
The Pope would agree. This trial is not over. Philip pleaded not guilty, but he challenged the teachings and the authority of the Church. The ordeal of fire will take place.
Бред какой-то.
To show that the Church is not above God. To show that my brother, the King of the English, is not above God. Not we, but God shall judge this man.
This is madness! No! He can't do this!
Philip! No! You cannot do this!
This is now a matter of the Church, Lady Aliena.
То есть это было вообще просто. Они изначально хотели его убить, как бы.
My brother, the king, and I accepted the traitor Waleran into our midst. We were fools and sinners, even if we did not know. I pray that our Lord will save Philip from these flames.
Я молюсь, чтобы Господь спас Филиппа, говорит.
Shall be a salvation for all of us sinners.
Для нас всех грешников. А чё ж туда не залез? Встань с ним! Ты ж тоже грешник. Ну сейчас посмотрим. Либо он сгорит. Жалко, конечно. Епископ Уоллерен был призван к суду, вы не признались в ереси, вам удалось очистить имя отца Джека. Алиена простила Филиппа за то, что он вызвал падение семьи. А если бы мы не простили, что было бы? Вот, что бы было бы? Джонатан наконец узнал, кем были его родители. Филиппа приказали сжечь заживо. Зашибись. Походу, да, он... Слушай, ну это как-то жестко. Походу его все-таки сожгли. А это кто такой? Вся эта церковь, вся эта религия. Мы все грешные. Я надеюсь, он не сгорит в огне. Ну так встань с ним, помоги ему. А то Бог увидит, что вот этого надо простить. Так вас двоих простит. Не, жив, смотри. Жив. Будто Мартин руку к сюжету приложил. Какой Мартин? Жив он. Иди домой. Почти на месте. Ноги болят. Смотри, построили. Он даже мне что-то напоминает. А где такой стоит монастырь? Красивый. Во Франции? Автор «Игры престолов»?
Philip.
It is so good to see you, Jonathan.
Много времени прошло.
Tell me, how are things at St. John in the Forest?
Francis is well.
That is wonderful.
Yes, he enjoys the life there. You look worried, Jonathan.
Well, you have a visitor. He just arrived.
Is that not a good thing, Jonathan? Who is it?
That is just it. I wasn't sure if you wanted to see him.
Могли бы сразу показать, как его спасли? Уоллерен. Серьезно? А вот мне интересно, как его спасли?
It has been a long time.
Ah, yes, it has. I had to know.
Know what?
The truth is, I never saw God or the devil. Have you?
А мы видели. Было дело.
Oh Lord, deliver
Вот
us
сейчас
from
нам и
evil.
покажут.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Something we can
Thy
do.
kingdom come,
Stop this
thy will be done on earth as it is
Are
in
you
heaven.
blind? Do you not know that a fire will burn any man, no matter who he is?
Why are you doing this?
After Wayland's words, there is doubt in their hearts about my motives. About my brothers.
Ага.
No words can erase that doubt.
Вот-вот.
God can.
А вот Бог может.
Our Lord is a cleansing fire.
Бог, очищающее пламя. То есть, понимаешь?
He's still alive.
Они сделали в итоге так.
He is a man. God is here.
Ах, они сучи.
How is
Дети.
this possible?
It's all a matter of perspective.
Ага.
We have to stop this.
No, Jack. Come.
My God.
No, but that's what they see. That's what they believe.
Там вода вокруг него.
Water. It's dousing the flames. It's a trick.
To them, it's a miracle.
The justice of our church. I believe Philip understands that now. His book will be destroyed. If you or
Все равно они себя выгородили.
white ship again, I promise you will take Prior Philip's place, and God will not be as forgiving.
Their faith in you and your church is restored. I say it was worth sparing that monk's life.
Они его предупредили?
Promise me that Waylaran will suffer.
Но я думаю, он понял, когда он начал тушиться и засмеялся. Он понял, что это все обман 20 лет спустя.
Philip?
Yes?
Did you see God?
Он сам же про это
Did he
писал,
save
поэтому...
you that night?
Ну, вот сейчас мы узнаем. Давай ответим.
I told him. He only smiled at me. I never saw him again, as long as I lived.
Понимаешь, столько смертей, и вот этот Уоллерн живой. Ну, хотя его
Philip is back.
Philip!
Philip!
по-любому совесть
We're
съела.
glad you're back.
Если у него есть такая совесть.
Did you walk all the way again?
Just part of it.
Old fool.
Ellen stayed in Kingsbridge, together with Tom. I thought I had lost God, that he did not watch over us. But now I see him every day. He is in the good we do, in how we show our love. Jack's hands had become rough, his hair grey, but his eyes still burned bright like hot coals.
It's good to see you.
Aliena's gaze could be as stern as her father's had been, but her heart and wit made her a leader people did not follow out of fear, but out of respect and loyalty.
Jonathan told us you had a visitor.
Just an old friend.
What do you think of this window?
Jonathan came to look more and more like his father, Tom. As Prior of Kingsbridge, he is also a builder of sorts.
I use mostly warm colours. What good are the large windows if it feels cold?
Sally is as stubborn and as gifted as her
Дочка
parents.
Джека.
It is her stained glass windows the light is falling through.
Ну и Алиены.
She has children of her own now.
And I'd like to show you the plans for the new cloister.
Ну это сын
Tommy
Джека.
will be the next master builder and is as silent as his grandfather was. Once I heard him admonish his father to be more serious at work. Jack only smiled. He knew Tommy was right. Martha stayed in Kingsbridge as well. She was always there for every one of us.
Is the judge done now?
I don't know. Why don't you ask him yourself?
Это кто?
Is the judge done now?
It will never be done. Not in my lifetime. Not in yours.
Подожди, они сколько его строят уже? Лет 40?
And maybe for what we tried to be. And when you turn your eyes to our cathedral, maybe you will see yourself.
Что нам сейчас современный собор покажут? Не, сомневаюсь, что это было основано на реальных событиях. Хотя какие-то, может, события и были правдоподобны. Конец. Хэппи-энд. Хорошая. Вы прошли игру Столпы Земли. Есть сериал, поэтому. То есть сериал по книге, как я понял. Видимо, сначала книга вышла, потом сериал, и потом игра. Не, ну хорошая игра, мне понравилась. Сюжет прям... И последствия, что я выбирал в начале, в итоге повлияли на конец. Ну, немного, конечно, это так. Больше на словах они влияли, наверное, на диалоги. Как-то прямо, я думаю, на сюжет оно не влияло все. После игры сериал уже не так интересно будет смотреть, конечно. Мы же знаем, чем кончится все. Точно так, как финал Игры престолов посмотреть. Последнюю серию последнего сезона, при этом не смотрев все предыдущие сезоны. Ну хотя... Да нет. Я, кстати, Игру престолов не смотрел. Последние... 7-8 сезон я не смотрел. И 6 я не досмотрел. Но интриг накрутили, прям понравилось. Да, вот тут прям... Вот это средневековье, интриги, король, церковь, обычные люди. Откуда ты знаешь, что это автора? Автора ты знаешь? Я смотрел сериал, но я не знаю автора Игры престолов. Не, мне понравилось, потому что я люблю вот это вот. Еще, наверное, с детства. Мне иногда всегда хотелось попасть в то время. Рыцари, вот это король, там, ну, конечно, драконы, это громко сказано. Рыцарские поединки. Грязная жизнь, грязные грязные вещи, грязная еда. Так это же мем уже про автора ИП. Я все надеюсь досмотреть 6, 7, 8. Я единственное знаю, что, типа, последний сезон не удался. Единственное, все знаю. Навряд ли я буду смотреть. Я не столько фанат. Нет, тут и сопровождение музыкальное шикарное. И все, прям вообще все. Все шикарно. А теперь что-нибудь придумать на завтра? Ты, кстати, не смотрел то, что ты вчера пропустил? Ну, ты вчера не был на стриме на вечернем. Я там игрушку нашел. Она ровно 2 часа проходит. Ну боже, я в конце чуть не заплакал. Вообще случайно на нее наткнулся в стиме. И отзывы все хорошие. Думаю, дай это. Дай пройду. Она просто вот... Ну, как драму какую-то посмотрел. Такую прям за душу берет. Моментами смешно, а в основном грустно, как-то печально все. Не, я просто говорю. Просто я прям удивился. Вроде игра проходит за 2 часа. Но столько эмоций вложено в нее. Прям. Я думаю... Я смотрю в сторону этого вампира. Слышал про такую игру? Про вампиров штуки не особо люблю, хотя... Хотя... Не, мне в свое время нравилось... Blood Rain. Но это было еще в далеких начало 2000-х. И в то время там вот эта кровь, кишки, вампиры. Как она дралась там. Это было шикарно. Если я сейчас начну играть в Blood Rain, что за хрень? Что за графика и что вообще за смешное все это выглядит? Там, помню, было чисто такой слэшер Рубилова. Да, вампир, который новый. Не который... Как он там? Который сейчас выйдет, Bloodliner или что-то такое. А, именно вампир называется. Вампир. Vampire. Ну, он вышел в прошлом году, если не ошибаюсь. Не Bloodlines, а вампир. А, он вампир, он не вампир, он вампир. Если читать по-английски. Он ровно год назад вышел. В 18 году. Вот, что еще магия, вампирская магия, ну это какой-то... Да и в Bloodliner, который вампир. Bloodlines. Я как понял, вторая часть. И она выйдет в следующем году. Судя по графике, что-то офигительное. Но это, правда, в 2020 году всего лишь. Также еще выбор пал... Блин, а я забыл ее добавить в желаемое. Сам же вчера сидел. Шерлок Холмс. Тоже мне. Я попробовал. Слышал про такую игрулю? Council, кстати. Вот, подожди, а это случаем не... которую я внезапно наткнулся. Да. Вот на нее я глаз и положил. Ее, вампир. И про Шерлока, который, правда, в 2015 году. А, в 16-м. Мне нравится вот такие преступления раскрывать. Потому что моя была первая игра, еще на диске, про Джека Потрошителя. Правда, не помню, как она называлась. Но я так в детстве не смог пройти. Я там в одном месте уткнулся, и хрен знает, куда идти, что делать. А я только добрался до этого Джека Потрошителя. А там просто ходишь, там собираешь улики. Думаешь. Вроде ничего особенного. Но мне детского ума не хватило тогда. Вот в консул я бы сыграл бы. Это 1793 год. 18 век. Интриги. Опять интриги. Тамплиеры, да? Масоны. Иллюминаты тут написано. Тогда можно. Дальше с удовольствием. Еще не шибко давно выходила Return to Obra Dinn. Возвращение к чему это? Какой-то Обридин? О боже. Что это с графикой? Ну, то есть как это черно-зеленое, черно-бело-зеленое. Детектив, тайна, атмосфера, морские бои, пираты. Русский язык есть? Есть. Слушай, пиратская тема еще и с расследованиями, с детективом. Да это вообще прям кладенец. Можно. Графика стилизованная, но там полноценная 3D. Можно. Ха-ха-ха, пираты. Обрадин. А, это торговое судно. Можно. Я же еще в детстве мечтал стать следователем. Поэтому мне все вот эти детективы, расследования мне интересно. Всякие там Шерлок Холмс. Ну, игры, конечно, про Шерлок Холмс я не играл. Фильмы интересные. Или сериал. Где нужно поломать голову, выстроить цепочку. Кто, почему, кем виноват. За что убили. Правда, после того, как я закончил университет, ну и на практике в университете, я проходил практику в полиции. Я понял, что следователь — это не то, что показывают по телевизору. Ну, по крайней мере, в России. Это очень скучная, как по мне оказалась, работа. Игры слышал, нахваливаю по Шерлоку. Ну вот их там, как я понял, 3. По крайней мере, в Стиме их 3 штуки. Но тут и графика, вроде, и походу сюжет. Но сюжет вряд ли может быть плохим. Это Шерлок Холмс. Даже название. Шерлок Холмс, дочка дьявола. Как это может быть плохое? Или вот... Это не то. Шерлок Холмс. Преступление и наказание. И третье. О, аж 2008 года. Шерлок Холмс Немезис. Не помню, как переводится это слово. А я, кажется, даже играл. В 2008 году. Вполне возможно. Ну, я предлагаю завтра консул начать. А там посмотрим. Вечером можно про Обрудин посмотреть. Слушай, сейчас я тебе скажу. Ты ж больше в теме. Блин, а как она называется? Может, найдешь? Я просто хочу попробовать ее, но она на английском. Называется одна вот так. Unheard. Перевод. Ну, если есть перевод на них. Я, кстати, читал что-то про Sunless Sky. Вроде как перевод обещают летом доделать. Этим. За отсутствие вируснера не ручайся. У меня антивирусник стоит. Я бы на компе, который не жалко, проверил сперва. Да ты издеваешься? В смысле, а где ты мне такой комп найдешь? Или я где найду такой комп? Как может быть комп, который не жалко? Не, ну если он древний, как... говно мамонта, то ладно. Виртуальный? Как это? Антивирус не панацея. Официальный. За деньги. Имеющий ключ. Антивирус Касперского. С последними базами обновленными. Просто я огребал таких штук даже с антивирусом по раз. Ой, не знаю, не знаю. То есть ты думаешь, что антивирусник не найдет, если ты заставишь его самому проверить? Начните опции, изменить профиль, кредиты, выход. Данный перевод может переводить любые игры на движке Unity. Это машинный перевод, Google переводчик. Но это лучшее, что есть сейчас. Таким способом я могу сам переводить. Ну ладно, там на как их? Зогах. Вроде как обещают ее сделать. Да, конечно. Просто на уровне Google переводчика я и сам для себя смогу перейти там в голове. Я понимаю процентов 80 английского языка, но как сказать это? Я понимаю для себя, я не смогу это перевести кому-то, например. Ладно уже. Что, завтра? Завтра как обычно. Что-нибудь я придумаю. Что-нибудь интересное точно будем играть. Да, я думаю, все. Надо закругляться. Хотя из меня сегодня патология, это мор просто выжила. Сколько? Почти 5 часов. Аж у меня что-то прямо аж голова взрывалась. Я даже запустился позже. Спустя 1,5 часа только прийти себя смог. Так, надо закрывать. Да, все, до завтра давай. Завтра, как обычно. Все, пока-пока.